Well, the new Godzilla movie is finally out, and to celebrate, I figured I'd review the original this time around. I've been a fan of the Godzilla franchise my whole life. I've seen every single movie several times over. At this point, you could probably show me a random clip from any of the movies, and I could tell you which movie that clip is from. But it has to be an original clip, not stock footage that gets recycled in multiple films. And as fun as the Godzilla movies are today, I would like to take a little time to remind people why Godzilla exists in the first place. Today, Godzilla is seen as just entertaining B-movie fun, but Godzilla, or Gojira as he was called back then, was originally Japan's cinematic metaphor for the destruction of the atomic bomb. Yeah, many Godzilla fans and movie buffs out there may think that this fact is common knowledge at this point, but I've met people face to face who never realized that this is what the character of Godzilla was originally supposed to represent. And I can understand that, given how far Godzilla's legacy has come over the years. So the original Godzilla movie begins with several ships mysteriously vanishing in the waters near Odo Island. The natives of the island believe that the cause is an ancient monster that has now been awoken from the depths of the ocean due to the American nuclear bombing tests. The creature emerges and raises havoc on Tokyo with seemingly no way of stopping it. Directed by Ishiro Honda, Gojira was first released in 1954. It's possible that producer Tomoyuki Tanaka chose Honda for the helm because Honda himself was an eyewitness to the results of the atom bomb's destruction on Hiroshima. Honda had stated that he passed through the city during his journey home after the war, and the sight of Hiroshima left a permanent scar in his mind. So Tanaka probably felt that Honda was the perfect choice to help bring those horrific sightings to the screen. Said Honda, "After the war, all of Japan, as well as Tokyo, was left in ashes. The atomic bomb had emerged and completely destroyed Hiroshima. If Godzilla had been a dinosaur or any other animal, he would have been killed with one cannonball. But if he were equal to an atomic bomb, we wouldn't know what to do. So I took the characteristics of the atomic bomb and applied them to Godzilla." Put the nuclear testing aside for a moment, this is the kind of filmmaking that people love to see in a Godzilla movie. A rubber suit monster walking around a miniature city and causing destruction. It feels more realistic with something actually in front of the camera, creating a scene of gigantic mass rather than going full CGI. Also, today, it's easy to marvel at all the practical effects and admire all of the hard work that went into making them. Something that many filmmakers today just don't have the patience for. Plus, seeing Godzilla in black and white just makes him look more intimidating. There are some emotional moments in the movie as well. The singing of the all-girl choir is haunting, the dead bodies can be disturbing, and the little girl calling out for her dead mother is heartbreaking. This is not a traditional Godzilla film. It's supposed to be taken more seriously than the rest. Godzilla may be fictional, but the destruction that he lays is possible, and it's something that the Japanese have witnessed firsthand, even after Hiroshima. Just a few months before the movie premiered, the opening scene was changed to honor another tragic nuclear event. On March 1st, 1954, a Japanese tuna boat called the Lucky Dragon 5 was fishing near the Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands, where the U.S. was performing tests on the hydrogen bomb. The crew had received a notice from the Americans allowing them to fish in the waters, but to stay clear of the danger zone. However, the hydrogen bomb turned out to be more powerful than the Americans had anticipated. The radiation fallout was said to have expanded for more than 100 miles, with the Japanese tuna boat getting caught in the radius. The crew of the Lucky Dragon returned to Japan, docking in the city of Yaizu, suffering from radiation poisoning. Gojira's opening scene was changed to honor that devastating day. Gojira eventually found its way to America, and while some audiences saw potential in the film, Americans didn't really show interest in foreign films. Plus, relations between Japan and the US were still on edge. World War II only ended a decade ago, so there were still some emotional scars between the two countries. But filmmakers thought that Gojira would appeal to Americans more if they had a character in the film that they could latch onto. So the filmmakers cast Raymond Burr, who was fresh off the success of Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window, to play a new role in the film, which the American filmmakers would edit into the movie. The title was also changed to Godzilla, King of the Monsters. In it, Burr plays the role of Steve Martin, an American newspaper reporter who stops off in Tokyo to visit his old college friend Serizawa. When he hears about the mysterious catastrophic events taking place at sea, he decides to stick around and witness the creature for himself. There is a famous rumor that Burr shot all of his footage in 24 hours, but from what I've gathered, that's not true. Burr actually shot all of his footage in about a week.
I can hardly believe what has just happened. Now it seems Tokyo has no defense.
Aside from Burr's existence, the American version more or less keeps the film's original premise intact, but it's nowhere near as emotional as the original. Several remakes have been attempted over the last 65 years, but by then, Godzilla's campy reputation was inescapable. None of them were taken as seriously as the original, and maybe it should stay that way. So, the next time you guys see a Godzilla movie, you might have a bit more respect for how far the King of the Monsters legacy has come. I'm going to give Gojira 4.5 stars. Guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. It really means a lot to me, and if you like this, you can click here and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.